It's a game, you know, and some people play it a little differently. Some people have more imagination. I don't like to practice very much.
I personally think that when it comes to golfers, I think there's just that much that separates the great ones from the average ones.
We're one of the world's lowest cost producers of copper, used in plumbing and electric wiring. In TVs, stereos, and VCRs. We have the largest single gold mine reserve, gold that's found in jewelry and computers. We have the largest existing sulfur reserve used in fertilizers, which help fill your refrigerator. So who in the world are we? We're Freeport-McMoran, a natural leader.
For his retirement, Neil McBain had no intention of slowing down. That's why Dean Witter mapped out his financial course with only one goal in mind: victory. Dean Witter.
We measure success one investor at a time.
Still working with prehistoric copiers? Get the copier that earned Buyers Lab's highest rating for uptime, Meta. For a more productive future, the times demand Meta.
Think what you weigh is your little secret? Some employers make your weight their business. Fired for being fat. Employees fight back. Jane Pauley, Stone Phillips, Dateline Tuesday.
TV talk shows, unbelievable talk about incredible subjects. It's a billion-dollar business, and what goes on behind the camera may shock you more. Get close, get answers on NBC Nightly News Monday.
Some irons are tested under ideal conditions, but not the oversized ellipsoid of Power Irons by Powerbuilt. We put a larger sweet spot where you hit the ball most often, so your shots are consistently longer, consistently more accurate. The ellipsoid of Power Irons by Powerbuilt. So consistent, you'll play a whole new game. Now being played by these tour professionals.
Dada? Dada?
Dada? Tell him. Becky just said Dada.
Now you don't have to leave your family when you travel, because with SkyTel's satellite messaging system, you can stay close to home, even though you're thousands of miles away.
She did? Dada? Smart kid.
To learn more, call 1-800-SkyTel.
It's the magic of the Texas Hill Country. 3 magnificent golf courses, 2 private country clubs, and a European spa. Introducing the 71 spectacular home sites in the woods at Barton Creek. Available now until April 17th. Its beauty will last forever, but the opportunity to own it will not. For details, call Barton Creek, Austin's Hill Country address.
College Hoops, Canseco, Emmett, live from Florida, tonight on Sports Extra.
The Players' Championship is brought to you by Anderson Consulting, helping our clients change to be more successful. By IBM, there's never been a better time to do business with IBM. And by TaylorMade, the #1 metal wood on the PGA Tour.
Sophisticated engineering has made Lincoln Continental a surprisingly smart luxury sedan. In fact, it even knows a lot about you. It knows how long your legs are. It knows the sound of your voice.
Call Tom.
Thank you.
Why, with its load-leveling suspension, Continental even knows exactly how much you weigh. But don't worry, it also knows how to stay quiet.
He hit it 421 yards at the British Open. He hit a 235-yard 7-iron to the pin at Westchester. He got home in 2 on the 17th at Baltusrol. So what does John Daly hit on tour?
The Ultra Competition.
The Ultra Competition. For distance, for spin. It's made to win by Wilson, played to win by John Daly.
This is a tailor-made mid-size metalwood. That's mid-size, not standard size. Not ginormous. You get a 10% larger sweet spot than Big Bertha in a club that's easy to swing. That's smart. That's tailor-made mid-size. Professional golfers hit longer and more accurate shots. Professional hog ranchers hit longer, more accurate shots. You'll hit longer, more accurate shots with TaylorMade's mid-size metalwoods. Because bigger isn't better, better is better. To improve your game, call 1-800-WELL-HIT.
Remember golf's magical days filled with golden memories and heartwarming smiles? Well, those days are here again. Player of the century Jack Nicklaus, the legendary Arnold Palmer, the Merry Mex Lee Trevino, Ray Floyd, Gary Player, and more. The PGA Seniors Championship presented by Oldsmobile, April 16th and 17th on NBC.
Through the years, there have been some remarkable innovations in golf club design, but nothing comes close to the new MaxFly VHL. Our unique variable hosel length design takes weight from the hosel and puts it where you need it most, in the club head, dramatically improving feel, playability, and performance, and taking the game of golf to an entirely new level. The new MaxFly VHL, a better feel for the game.
Ever wonder what happens to your initial investment when you buy certain mutual funds through a broker and pay front-end fees? Well, by the time they charge you sales loads and account fees, it's actually costing you hundreds of dollars before you start. But now there's a better way. At Charles Schwab, you can choose from 200 well-known no-load mutual funds with proven track records.
You pay no loads and no transaction fees.
So if you want all of your money to work for you,
maybe it's time to come to Schwab.
More price changes. Better alert the sales force.
But everyone's scattered.
Can you Skyfax?
Introducing Skyfax, only from SkyTel. Our satellite messaging system lets you know when a fax is waiting, so you can retrieve it whenever you want. Anywhere there's a fax machine.
Chili and a fax from your office.
Thanks.
How'd you do that?
Ordered it.
To learn more, call 1-800-SkyTel.
Payne Stewart, Nick Faldo, Lanny Watkins, and a top international field tee off at the Freeport McMoran Golf Classic next weekend on NBC.
It's designed to launch a small dimpled missile with such devastating accuracy that weekends on this planet will never be the same. The TC-29 from Mizuno, a new breed of cast irons with the feel and precision of forged. But then the TC-29 is modeled after the tour blades of a pretty serious golfer.
I think I'm serious.
Mizuno, the #1 iron at the Nestle Invitational and the Players' Championship.
You know, I have a personal dream that's been nurtured over the years. It started off when I was 8 years old when I first picked up a golf club. And the PGA Tour is about creating possibilities. It's about pursuing dreams. I can understand why kids, you know, look at us as heroes. I think people who dedicate their lives to helping people, those are the people who are the real heroes. There are very few people in the world that are like that, but we meet a lot of them on the PGA Tour. One of the great things about the tour, the tournaments, and the charities is that we all work together to help people in need and give them something they've never had before, and that's hope. We have a saying on tour that anything's possible. There's always something that's good's going to happen. Never, ever give up on a dream, because on the PGA Tour, anything's possible.
Please be seated. The performance is about to begin. The 32-valve, 280 horsepower Lincoln Mark 8. It's like Beethoven with an attitude. Drive everything else first.
Every good golfer can see his next shot in his mind. And the new 855S irons are smart enough to read your mind. Just tell an 855S iron what you want it to do, and it'll do it. The new 855S irons by Tommy Armour.
He faced the toughest pitchers in baseball and conquered them all. Now, Mickey Mantle faces an even tougher opponent. His exclusive story with Bob Costas, now, NBC Wednesday.
His father was murdered. Now baseball's biggest star must reveal his biggest secret.
If you don't start talking, you're going to be serving a life sentence.
All new Law & Order, NBC Wednesday.
Where in the world would you go if there were no Las Vegas? You could turn the pages of history or fantasy. But if you want to be a part of it, there's just one place where there are new resorts, entertainment, and excitement you've never seen before. Only in Las Vegas.
Chrysler invites you to lease a leader. Concorde, last year's Automobile of the Year, now only $269 a month. The highly acclaimed six-passenger New Yorker, only $294. And the car that reinvented sports sedans, Chrysler LHS, is only $329. All with standard dual airbags and anti-lock brakes. Lease a leader. The award-winning cab-forward Chryslers.
See your Heart of the Southwest Chrysler Plymouth dealers today.
When 911 won't help on the Crusaders.
The Players' Championship is brought to you by Lincoln Mercury and the complete line of 1994 Lincoln and Mercury automobiles. By Titleist, the #1 ball on the PGA Tour and the #1 ball in golf. And by MaxFly and the new MaxFly VHL irons. A better feel for the game.
When you see what it takes just to be a FootJoy, you see why FootJoy is the game's #1 shoe. Total performance from the inside out. That's what makes FootJoy a FootJoy.
Oh, no, Fred, not again.
Boom Boom Metal Woods. Why drive when you can fly?
Last year, we introduced the oversized Top Flight Magna. And over 1 million golfers have switched because they were looking for a ball that reduces hooks and slices. What do we say to golfers who haven't tried it yet? Switch to Top Flight Magna. You just might find what you're looking for. Top Flight Magna. It's not just a bigger ball, it's a better game.
Why are so many golfers buying Wilson Staff irons? For the same reason Staffs were the top performers on tour last year. Staffs are easy to hit. Staffs are forgiving. Staffs perform. Isn't it time you gave Staffs a shot?
How can IBM help you these days? Ask Santa Fe Railway.
Our growth is built on meeting customer expectations. IBM helped re-engineer our systems to make it happen.
Ask Dixon Ticonderoga.
For disaster recovery services, you need to pick someone you can count on. IBM was the obvious choice.
Ask Nintendo.
IBM helped automate our warehouse. We just shipped 1 million new games in one weekend, our most successful launch ever.
You want fast results? Talk to us. There's never been a better time to do business with IBM.
The Lincoln Mark 8's revolutionary suspension automatically lowers the car at high speeds for better handling and less wind resistance, which raises the bar for everyone else. The Lincoln Mark 8. Drive everything else first.
And the band played on comes to NBC Monday. It's bound to move you with its intensity and touch you with its honesty. An ambitious, amazing film. One that absolutely needed to be made and ought to be seen, says Time Magazine.
We could have stopped it.
And the band played on. NBC Monday, parental guidance advised.
As a response to increasing competition, information technology was once an effective means of getting ahead. But today, almost everyone has the same technology. What Anderson Consulting has is a way to help you use technology to propel your strategy, so you can stop playing leapfrog and start playing quantum leapfrog.
Oversize, King Cobra. Confidence, King Cobra. Precision, King Cobra. Power, King Cobra. If you like oversized woods, you'll love our oversized irons.
Tonight, the beauty and elegance of the pairs final as the World Figure Skating Championships presented by Reebok conclude. Tonight at 7 Eastern and Pacific on NBC.
Well, tonight, join NBC Sports for the grand finale of the World Figure Skating Championships presented by Reebok. The world's best pairs will take to the ice to see who will be named champion. Pairs figure skating final tonight at the World Figure Skating Championships presented by Reebok tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern on NBC Sports. Now back to 17.
It's a game, you know, and some people play it a little differently. Some people have more imagination.
I was 78, and he said, "Hey, Dad, about time you played golf."
I personally think that when it comes to golfers, I think there's just that much that separates the great ones from the average ones.
And one of the putter, it says, it's a Pete. And this is a 9. Oh, is that a 6?
You don't want to go out there with a bad swing and just think practicing.
I don't like to practice very much. Did you see how far that went?
Drive for show. What the dough? Swing it through, now here we go.
The ball? Yeah. No, it's always been round.
See how it just goes up and comes down like a ball?
Down, hips move, baby. Slow back and out groove. Drop it, stop it, climb it up and drop it. Play your own game.
At the Laporte Vineyards, owners Victor and Beth Laporte knew varietal grapes, but profit sharing and pension plans they knew little about. So they turned to someone who gave their financial needs the same care they accorded their wine, Dean Witter.
Where we invest is in the individual. What we invest is our time, our expertise, and our care.
So the Laportes can now not only enjoy success, they can taste it. Dean Witter.
We measure success one investor at a time.
More of the game's great shots are made by Titleist players. That's because most of the world's best shot makers all play Titleist. More players, more wins, more money. Titleist, the #1 ball in golf.
Why are so many golfers buying Wilson Staff irons? For the same reason staffs were the top performers on tour last year. Staffs are easy to hit. Staffs are forgiving. Staffs perform. Isn't it time you gave staffs a shot?
When you own a Mercury Grand Marquis, there are certain things you have to get used to saying. So repeat after me. Gee, I don't know how they got that much room in there either. Yes, the engine is running. Yes, dual airbags are standard in Grand Marquis. Oh, and let's not forget the most important one of all. No, I don't mind. We can take my car. Again. The V8-powered Mercury Grand Marquis. All this and the quality of a Mercury.
In a new world, a new standard of excellence. NBC Sports.
Tonight on Sequest.
Sound collision. Brace for impact.
The ship encounters an unlikely enemy.
Children.
Are they frightened kids lost at sea?
Do you think we'll ever see each other again?
Or something much more deadly?
You don't understand.
You're afraid to die.
Sequest, 8/7 Central, NBC tonight.
Where in the world would you go if there were no Las Vegas? Where you can see new resorts and attractions you've never seen anywhere before. You'd have to travel to the future and the past. And the only other place you'd find excitement like this is your own imagination. Only in Las Vegas.
Cliff here at IHOP. Lately, people have been saying, Cliff, you spend entirely too much time at IHOP.
Hi, Cliff.
Sorry I'm late. Oh, sure, I drop by once in a while for the weekday breakfast deals. I mean, I'm talking real breakfast here. And I'm in and out of here in no time. Morning, Cliff. Hi, Harry. But I really don't spend that much time here. Bill.
Enjoy delicious chicken fried steak at any meal or every meal. Breakfast or lunch only $3.99, dinner only $4.99. Weekdays at IHOP now.
College Hoops, Conseco, Emmett, live from Florida, tonight on Sports Extra.